Hello guys, my name is Kaimana Kane, and today I'm going to be giving you a book review on Way of the Warrior Kid 5, Letters from Uncle Jake. So there wasn't really a lot to talk about in this book because it's only about all the letters Uncle Jake sent Mark. But other than that, there's some main ideas of some letters and stories. And so it just starts off by the book of saying that Uncle Jake is coming for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and so has his father, because usually they never come because Mark's father is a truck driver that ships he works for Amazon and he ships packages that people buy online, and basically sometimes he has to go really far, but he says he can make it this Thanksgiving, but sometimes. There's a saying, I forgot what it means, but it basically means sometimes things should be going really good, then sometimes something has to just break it apart or kind of break the plans of what they're trying to do. So that's all this. Sadly, the truck driver and Uncle Jake couldn't come because Uncle Jake, he's in the Navy. He's in the U.S. Navy. In this book, he was a Navy SEAL and an author, and this is actually him in the real life. His actual name is Jocko Willink, and Uncle Jake is basically supposed to be Jocko Willink in this book. There's a whole description on the back that I'm gonna read to you guys at the end of the book review. So some of the main ideas of the letters were discipline, that you can help others, don't be discouraged or don't take the easy path as you can, because they follow a path, and it's basically the warrior kid path, and it's basically at the end of the book. Number 1, the warrior kid wakes up early in the morning. Number 2, the warrior kid studies to learn and gain knowledge and ask questions if they don't understand. Number 3, the warrior kid trains hard, exercises, and eats right to be strong and fast and healthy. Number 4, the warrior kid trains to know how to fight so they can stand up to bullies and protect the weak. Number 5, the warrior kid treats people with respect, doesn't judge them, and helps out other people whenever possible. Number 6, the warrior kid keeps things neat and is always prepared and ready for action. Number 7, the warrior kid stays humble, controls their ego, and stays calm. Warrior kids do not lose their tempers. Number 8, the warrior kid works hard, saves money, and is frugal, or frugal. I don't know how to pronounce it. Frugal, and doesn't waste things, and always does their best. Number 9, the warrior kid is thankful for both the challenges and opportunities in life that help them become a smarter, stronger, and healthier and better warrior kid. Number 10, I am the warrior kid. So that's the whole list that they made. They changed it over the past 4 books except for the field manual, which is the 4th book. And there's actually 5. Well, if you count the coloring book, it's 6, but there's 5 that you can actually read in this book. And each of them have their unique prosperities aside from the first 3, which is basically their storylines. Number 4 is a field manual, and if you don't know what a field manual is basically if there's a get ready for college field manual, it'll help you get ready for college. So it's basically like a manual or an instruction guide. And for this, it was an instruction guide to get on the warrior kid path, how to eat healthy, how to exercise right. And this, it has 24 individual notes. Not notes, stories and letters from Uncle Jake. So it's just, it's letters from Uncle Jake, and all the letters can help. It also teaches him not to teach, and there's some pretty interesting stories. I think there's a chapter thing on the back. No, so I can't name all the chapters, but I'm gonna flip open to one. Chapter 23, The Greedy Leader, and this one's about Winston. Winston is basically a really good basketball player, and it teaches you how to not be cocky or greedy about whatever you do. And basically, Mark helps him, well, not to be greedy. So it's all about this. Like, I'm gonna flip open chapter 13, the old baseball glove. It teaches him how to use his resources, even though he tries to not tell him straightly how to get, well, tell him straightly, like, I want a new baseball glove. I mean, he did that, but his dad said, no, you already have an old baseball glove. And then one time his friends came over and he said, do you wanna come over and play? Or like, do you wanna come and to the park and play? And then he says, no, sadly, my dad, sadly, this glove isn't good. And he says it loudly so his dad can hear and tries to bribe him, not telling him straightforward and onward that he wants a new glove, even though he already did. And actually, it's not even Mark, it's young Uncle Jake, and it teaches Mark about, well, what he had to live through and well, a lot of things that happened. So I'm going to read On the Path of Giving Back. It's the holidays and Mark and his friends are ready to celebrate, but more importantly, they've decided to give back to those in need. While searching through his house for things he can donate to the local fire department's donation drive, Mark comes across his treasured collections of letters from his Navy SEAL, Uncle Jake. And each letter contains a story from Uncle Jake's childhood that teaches a valuable lesson, shows how to overcome life's challenges and face one's fear or all of the above. Mark realizes these letters can do more than just help them. They could help other kids everywhere. Not only does he donate copies of them to donation drives, he's sharing them with you to help you become smarter, stronger, healthier, and better. To stay on the warrior kid path and be the best warrior kid you can be. So that's the whole description on the back, and I'd like to give a shout out to Jocko Willink. My dad actually knows him. And basically, if you don't know who Jocko Willink is a retired Navy SEAL officer and author. He has written multiple New York Times best-selling books, including Extreme Ownership, Discipline Equals Freedom Manual, Field Manual, the I don't know how to pronounce it, DICHOTOMY of Leadership, Final Spin, and the best-selling children's book series Way of the Warrior Kid and Mikey and the Dragons. Jocko also helps the top-rated books Jocko Podcast and the Warrior Kid Podcast. Jocko and his wife have 4 children and live in Southern California. So here's another thing. Jocko Willink is actually a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu, and if you don't know what Jiu-Jitsu is, you can watch some of my other Jiu-Jitsu videos, like the alternate variation of the lynch lock, and the lynch lock, which has like, I don't know, over 20,000 views, so I recommend you guys to watch it, and it really helps me by liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications. And basically, Jiu-Jitsu is a martial art, not using any punching, kicking, but it's basically kind of the whole vibe of Jiu-Jitsu is being comfortable in uncomfortable situations. And it also teaches you like how to not straight up destroy people like right on the bat. It teaches you how to help them, teaches you how to control them, and basically I really love that sport, and I've been doing that sport, Jiu-Jitsu, for like as long as I can remember. So I recommend you guys to go try out Jiu-Jitsu, read this book, and I hope you like my book review. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and you should stay on the Warrior Kid path.